So I just watched the finale of your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and it was absolute cinema. I mean, like, the show stuck the landing and set up more for season 2, bro. And I'm honestly excited to see it get up there with, like, all the great Spider-Man shows of Christmas past. Like, it might even catch up to the GOAT if I'm not placing my vote too early.
Hell no, too soon, buddy.
Bro, how do you keep getting in here? With that said, I'm gonna go more into detail about my thoughts about the last 2 episodes. So if you haven't seen them, you might want to click off now. You don't care, do you? I figured. It's time to talk about the underdog show nobody thought was gonna hit like it was. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
It's your time.
Bitch, I come back for that wave, follow my ways, whipping bitches like a slave. Praying for I am so paid, using some gates, now I'm geeking on the stage. Don't look at me, I'm not human. My 30 on me, I'll do it. You went up on me, I'll shoot you. I'll put you right up in the sewer. Me and Biggie on the beat, easy right out on my feet. Diamonds ain't dancing on me, please don't bark up this tree. Faded ain't shooting for me, wait, Faded ain't shooting for us. Yeah, used to ride on the bus, yeah, now a nigga get it bust.
So not gonna lie, after Peter got put on a t-shirt a couple episodes ago by Scorpion, I was hoping he'd get his get back, right? But I just wasn't expecting to see it so soon. This young nigga then went Silent Spider-Man mid-fight. And I was astonished because the last time we saw a proper Silent Spider-Man, he was in a black suit, packing up his whole rose gallery. So to like see Peter doing this shit so early is insane. I'm not gonna lie, at first I was critical of Peter's character throughout the show because he originally felt like he was getting overshadowed by his cast. Like everybody was getting their own like little segments and Peter was just getting his bonding time with Norman. And I mean, it was alright, but like it wasn't really like no development for Peter himself. But geez, these last 2 episodes, bro, they shut me the fuck up. I'm not gonna lie to you, excuse my French, because everyone else kind of like takes a back seat and we just see Peter and Lonnie, the 2 best parts of the show in my opinion, with Nico in a close third. Shout out to that person who put me on to the Runaways, bro, in the comment section last video, bro. Cause bro, I'm on episode 3 right now, and hockey feels like OG CW, like DC. Getting back to Peter though, like seeing him embrace Norman's teachings and like popping ult on a guy with 20% health left, it was just crazy to see. Like if not for Lonnie, Peter probably would have gone off the deep end. And this universe's J. Jonah Jameson would have been hitting 2016 Ayo and Teo dances writing articles about it. Not gonna lie. Speaking of Lonnie, I was really curious how he was gonna like become Tombstone. Like his skin changes color and he gets invulnerable. I was curious about that. And I got my answer this episode. Like when he walks into the Oscorp truck and he gets hit with like, I think he gets hit with straight Kryptonian laughing gas, bro. And I knew it was gonna happen, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I did kind of expect his skin to turn immediately and see like a physical mark of like Lonnie stopping being Lonnie and becoming Tombstone, if that makes sense. But instead, it's like my expectations are subverted because he ends up just being like, he gets his powers, but he doesn't like turn white or anything, and he's still like the golden boy, and he ends up saving the day after getting his powers, and he helps Peter defeat Scorpion, which was a great choice. I mean, the writers of this show, bro, they're not gonna let you guess shit correctly at all. Speaking of guessing shit correctly, Doctor Strange comes through a portal fighting a symbiote being, which I'm pretty sure is gonna come back 1000%. Yep, I knew that shit was coming. Back when I caught it, I don't gonna lie, bro. I don't care if you didn't even watch the last video. Pay up. Like the video right now.
Shut your lame ass up.
Oh my gosh, bro. Leave me alone. Anyway, this episode is really just tying up loose ends and building intrigue for the next season. And the perfect way you can end off any season. Especially a show with 3 seasons green-lighted on release. Seriously, where the fuck is the owl? But on another note though, the twist that everything the lab kids had been working on was like a light speed portal into space, that was high. I'm not gonna lie to you, that was fire. And it's like, it's a big reveal. Like Norman was trying to like do that shit, right? And I was also right about him being a power creep villain, just like Ozai. I mean, it was hella obvious, but you can still congratulate me. In this episode, we really get to see more of like Norman's ego, and it's just on full display. Like here, he just cares so much about like advancing the world in his own way. He don't give a fuck about any safety concerns or like any warnings. Like even when the Doctor Strange shows up, granted that they don't know who the fuck he is. Even when he shows up out of a fucking mystical portal, he still just lets his ego go and he damn near gets everybody killed. And they open the portal to fucking Clintar, bro, where the symbiotes are from, or like Venom's home planet, and a symbiote got loose, bro, and that's the symbiote from the first episode, bro. They tied that shit, bro. That was full circle. Everything came full circle. I mean, like the spider that gives Peter his powers, like it all happens here. Like during the fight, Doctor Strange went back in time, and he lands at the events of episode 1, and like, bro, one of the thing is here, it just comes so full circle, right? Cut that shit out the video. And everything just came so perfectly full circle, right? Like with just about every Spider-Man origin story, you get basically the spider coming from Oscorp, which is like another way of saying like, because you know Osborn is Spider-Man's arch nemesis, so it's like he created his own enemy, and that's just so poetic, and you can just see it here, right? Because he gets the serum and he makes it to replicate Spider-Man's powers, and he even embeds it in a spider. But little does he know, he's the reason Spider-Man is here, because he was like wanted power so much, he ends up creating his own biggest adversary, which is huge. And I can't wait to see like when Norman actually goes off the deep end. And I apparently hear that Gwen Stacy is going to be in the next season, so you know, the show Not Afraid of Blood. With 3 green-lighted seasons, this show is going to get more time to grow than other shows have, and I'm sure it's going to continue to deliver. Like, it's setting up Nico's powers, Jean being Daredevil's sidekick, which I had no idea about. I knew she was somebody, but I just ain't know who the fuck she was. Harry assembling a team of super geniuses, minus Amadeus Cho. I love that guy, bro. Just because of his rivalry with Peter, it's just so enjoyable that they brought that shit back from Ultimate Spider-Man. It was fire. And finally, a piece of a symbiote being left in their world, which, you know, in a Spider-Man story, when Venom gets introduced, things get real. I've never seen a bad Venom story when it comes to Spider-Man. Unless I read the comics, I'll probably find one, but I'm not gonna do that. We're in for a really big ride, and I can't wait to see what happens. But now that the show is done for a while, because, you know, production, what are some other shows you guys want me to talk about? Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I need some more shows to watch anyway. Badly. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you around if you see me on your feed again and you click me. See ya.